goosebumps every time, yeah, 713. Through the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me? Why they on me? I'm flying, sipping low key. I'm sipping low key and honest, rider. I get those goosebumps every time. I'm around, yeah. I'm on, you make everything feel fine. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the hype, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, we throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time.
Up the mugs.
Yes, sir.
Hello and welcome back to Loaded Mag NUFC. Hope you're on the way days. If not, why not? We need your excuses in the chat. Why are you not on the way days, eh? But we're here for the draw. The draw for the semi-final of the League Cup. And both Chris and myself are not in front of a TV. So Pete, we are relying on you to feed us the information.
I was just gonna say this has got last season vibes. I remember the three of us being on, and Pete was on the bottom, and me and Daz were like, "Who is it? Who is it?" And Pete's just like talking us through it because we just had no tally.
Well, they're just doing reruns of Dominic Solanke's second goal, which I hadn't seen actually. It's a really smart finish. Really smart finish. So fair play to them. You know what they do on this channel. They just ramble on around. Telling everyone about how great Tottenham are, even though they continue to be all the rest of that. Let's just get to the draw, man. Let's get to the good stuff. This is why we're here, people. This is why we're here. We're here because Newcastle United are in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. And look, boys, I'm going to ask you out off the bat, who you wanting? Who you want? How do you want the draw? I know we touched on it last night. Had 24 hours to consider it after the big win. Who do you want in this draw tonight?
Yeah, well, yesterday I said Man United, but forget that now. I'll go Spurs because it seems they like to leak a few goals, but you never know what kind of Spurs size you're going to get. Is the common phrase is Spursy, but look, I said to you guys, I think it was off air yesterday that when they were at St James's Park, now we weren't playing at our best, and then they were missing a striker. They should have beaten us, but we're more than capable of taking Spurs. Actually, we're more than capable of taking all three of them. But it's just on the day what kind of Newcastle side turns out, and maybe what kind of side is put in front of us when we come to if we were to play Liverpool. But to answer your question, I'll take Spurs.
Okay, Chris, what you think, you fella?
Oh, mate, I've literally just before you joined in the green room, I said to Daz, I just feel like Liverpool are going to get Tottenham. I just feel it, and I remember from in years gone by, we always seem to get Arsenal. Now, normally it was earlier on in the competition, in like third, fourth, fifth rounds, we always got a draw against Arsenal and invariably got knocked out. I know things are a lot different nowadays, but I think the team everybody wants is Tottenham. I think if you asked Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle fans, they would all say they want Tottenham. I mean, I'm not being funny. Yes, they're through tonight and congratulations to them, but conceding 3 goals to Man United, it's not great, is it? It's really, really not great. Considering they put out a pretty strong side. I know obviously Anana was on the bench tonight, but other than that, I think they had a pretty strong 11 out. And Spurs are decimated at the moment. They're missing quite a few key players. We spoke about it yesterday. Obviously, Van der Ven's missing. Romero's missing. I think there's a couple of others as well, and their bench looked really, really young this evening. But yeah, gut feeling, Pete. Gut feeling is I think we'll get Arsenal. I would really like Spurs, but the ultimate, which is what I said yesterday, is I just want it to be away. I know that sounds odd. I don't know, but we all said this yesterday. And for anyone tuning in thinking, why do you want an away tie? But I think going home, being at home for the second leg is such a big advantage. I really, really believe that. So an away tie, and I think, being honest, I would take anyone because each one has got its own advantages. you know, somebody in the chat just then, I thought it was a really good comment. I'll see if I can find it. Someone in the chat mentions, let's see, where is it? Yeah, Michael Pomar. He goes, Spurs will play their strongest team. Liverpool or Arsenal won't, especially Liverpool. Have a look at the team they played last night. And I think to be fair, Michael, that's a really, really good point, because Spurs will play their very strongest team, because Ange has already said they're going to win a trophy this year, and this is his best opportunity to do that. So Ange is taking this competition very, very seriously. The likes of Liverpool and Arsenal will both have one eye on the Premier League, possibly the Champions League. So you could argue maybe a Liverpool-Arsenal wouldn't be such a bad tie for us. But Pete, who do you think we'll get, and who do you want?
Yeah, I think there's good arguments all round with that, and I think it's a fair argument to have with regards to the Arsenal and Liverpool situation. What I would argue is that Liverpool and Arsenal's sort of lesser teams are probably better than Tottenham's best team currently. So, like Tottenham, although they're playing their best team, as you've already mentioned, they've got a number of players out, and that team tonight is very much a weakened side. It's a weakened side that have decimated. Man United have took players out of their team tonight. Like they haven't gone their full strength. They clearly weren't that bothered about it. Well, Amorim really was. It gave me the impression that he wasn't really bothered about the cup, and that was my first initial thought of when I looked at Man United's lineup. So, you know, I expected Tottenham to win. I wanted Tottenham to win. Tottenham playing their best team against an almost changed Man United team still conceded 3 goals. And I'm just watched back, just as you were talking, Chris. I was watching back the goals that Man United scored, and they are absolutely horrific goals that Tottenham. Now, what I will say to you is that Tottenham will still concede those type of goals, whether they've got Van der Ven or Romero in the team anyway. And so this is where I think, regardless, I think Newcastle United's best team against Tottenham's best team is very close, but we are more than capable of beating them, whether it's home or away. And I'm willing to back Newcastle United against Tottenham's best team in that semi-final. I think,
and as you pointed out yesterday, Pete, you said psychologically we've got the edge on Tottenham, and I think of the 3 teams, Tottenham are the one that we've got the edge on. Sorry, carry on, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree with you. And this is why I'm looking at that. Arsenal, a team we never really win at the Emirates. We never really win at Anfield. We're going to at some point, but we haven't done it yet. And to bank that being on a semi-final is quite a lot to bank on. As I said last night, I would much rather go up against an Arsenal or a Liverpool in a one-off cup final match, because anything's possible in that. You look at the likes of Wigan, you look at the likes of Birmingham, you look at the likes of lots of other teams previous that have gone up against a team in a one-off match. Leicester against Chelsea, for example, when they won the FA Cup. Everyone had Chelsea down to win that. The star-studded Chelsea team, Leicester went on and won the game and won the cup. It is possible. And so I would want Tottenham, not because I think we're guaranteed to beat Tottenham, but I think our chances, our percentages are so much higher than it would be against the others. And I do worry because it's getting into the nitty gritty, it's getting into the business end of the competition, and the likes of Arsenal and Liverpool can smell a trophy coming their way. I wouldn't be surprised if they go full strength. And they just play their best team, and their best team is better than Tottenham's, and that's kind of my worry about. But they play, and I agree that they playing likes of Elliott, and they're playing some other players Liverpool were, and Saliba was on the bench against Palace, and you're thinking, will they do the same against us? No, because we're better than Palace, and they won't play those players. They won't rest those players against us. They just won't do it. So that's kind of where I am with that.
But boys, just one or two points. We've got YouTube royalty in the chat. A blast from the past. It's Paulie G. We haven't seen you for ages. Paulie G, fellow content creator. Good to see you, Paulie G, in the chat. Also, we've got we're looking at it from the angle. Who do we want? I see Jabber here says we want Newcastle. He's not related to Dan Lawless, is he? Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
No, but by the way, Charles, I just wanted to point out Dave Bullman, and this is why my Liverpool mates do my head in. Look at this. At work now, Liverpool fan just said he hopes they get Newcastle. Would be great to knock out either Liverpool or Arsenal fan base. Mate, this is what they do. Like my red mates are all like, "Oh, I hope we get Liverpool. I hope we get Newcastle. I hope we get Newcastle." Well, based on the performance, based on the game that we saw the other week, why would they want Newcastle? They don't want Newcastle. They say they do. They don't. They like us. They will want Spurs all day, all night. They will want Spurs. All three teams will want Spurs. This is why they do me head in. This is why they irritate me.
I mean, this other chat with a group of lads, and there was one Chelsea fan that was saying to Tottenham fan that was obviously buzzing that they won and had gone through. Basically responded to him and said, "Oh, you better hope that you get Newcastle if you want to get to the final." And it's like, what?
Why?
Like,
why
are we the pushover? And this is what annoys me. And I'm with you, and I'm with other people in the chat with Dave as well. I want to win. I want to win this so bad. Everyone's already writing us off.
That's good.
Yeah,
I like that. I'd rather be the underdog than the favorite going into to something because that's when we can excel.
That's an interesting point from Friday 81.
Yeah,
they are capable.
Something wrong if we're letting him 5.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. But as you said, Chris, before, we do have Tottenham's number. We do have their number. We know how to disrupt them. We know how to dismantle them, particularly at St. James's Park. For me, I want us to have the second leg at St. James's Park. I just want it at St. James's Park. Shaw and Bruno will be back at St. James's Park. Otman will be back. Maybe 1 or 2 signings. Who knows? Add to that
for the second leg.
And that transfer rumor mill is in full swing, boys. I've got some updates for you after this.
Pete, yes, please.
Oh, here we go.
The transfer show, people, be there. We have got it locked in. It's gonna be a ride. Trust me.
I have a feeling I'll be creating lots of posters over Christmas.
Yes.
Look, Mike has a great suggestion as well because he wants us to spin the wheel. We haven't spun the wheel for a long time. We will probably spin that wheel.
Do you know what? I saw that. Somebody mentioned something in the chat as well yesterday. I do apologize. That's on me. That everyone. We need to do a few giveaways, and I think during the festive period, when we have a couple of shows in between what will be busy and fun-filled activities, we'll have to try and get some loads of giveaways. So let's promise to try and get as many in as we can over this festive period. I think that'd be really nice.
We better answer Jack's question because he's probably asking about what time is the draw because we didn't answer the other question he mentioned in our show yesterday. What time's the draw? The loaded draw. It's whenever Chris decides. So yeah, as I highlighted there.
Yeah, it is. Is the draw meant to be 10:30? It's going to be 10:30.
It better be. It's 2 minutes away, and they're interviewing Ange right now. I'm like, I ain't got interest in anything that Mate's got to say. I want to know who we've got this every Friday. That's what I'm interested in. I don't care about Mate. I want the draw. Come on. But no, it's going to be an interesting one, boys. Does anyone know the dates of it? I think did we say there was one in mid-January, one in February?
Yeah. Do you know what, Pete? I had it up yesterday. I mean, this is just rough. This is just rough dates, mate. But I'll get it now. So allegedly, no. Sorry, I've got it. Yeah. So allegedly, it's going to be week commencing the 6th of January for leg 1, and week commencing the 3rd of February for leg 2. And with the final being on the 16th of March.
So we could potentially have, if we did get Tottenham, we could have Tottenham back-to-back matches. Because we play Tottenham the 4th of January.
Yeah.
And then the week beginning the 6th, we would play them that week in between Tottenham away in the league and Bromley in the FA Cup
Yeah.
following weekend. So that's the other weekend. And what was the other one in February?
It was the hang on. It was the week commencing the 3rd of Feb.
3rd of Feb. So that would be in between Fulham at home and Man City away.
Oof.
I think there's a gap actually, because we play Man City on the 15th. So that would be in between
International week.
Fulham and the FA Cup.
Right.
I imagine the FA Cup's in between that weekend, which hasn't been decided yet.
Something here that I wasn't aware of, but Les says that Madison is suspended for the first leg.
Ooh.
Oh.
Must have got a yellow card tonight. Then obviously we were doing the away days match preview, so we wouldn't have watched intently to see any yellow cards or anything like that.
No.
But interesting, it's not the worst in terms of where the draw is going to situate itself. It's not the worst games to be in and around. So if it's the ideal situation, or would it be? It depends on how you see it. Is that we could potentially play Tottenham away twice in the matter of days, but we could
stay down there.
They would stay down there, absolutely. And then you've got Fulham at home, St James's Park, then another home game out. So sentiment for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're missing players too. They're missing
Yeah.
players too. Imagine they'll bring Basuma in and Timo Werner.
Yeah, so that's basically like practically the spine of their team, isn't it? So Maddison, Sarr, Romero, Van der Ven, assuming neither of them are going to be back. Vicario. It's big gaps in the middle.
I'd be shocked if Van der Ven and Romero are back, even for the Premier League fourth.
It's only 3 weeks away.
It's weird. We're already talking like we're getting Tottenham. Like,
maybe we should switch.
What we're doing. We're projecting our hopes onto this discussion. That's what we're doing, because we definitely want Tottenham.
So we're ball number 3, are we? That's a Tom Dixon.
We're ball number 3, apparently.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see what the numbers were, so they're still in the studio talking about Tottenham. Like, what is?
So it'll be Arsenal number 1, Liverpool number 2, Newcastle number 3, and Tottenham number 4. If we're doing it by alphabetically, surely. Yeah.
This is driving me mad. Absolutely mad. So we're just patiently waiting, guys, for them to cut to the draw.
I just think we're getting Arsenal, mate. I just think we're getting Arsenal. I really do.
I'm hoping. Look, let's be positive here, people. Let's be positive. We are looking for Tottenham in this draw.
Just keep projecting.
Or the final.
We're desperate for Tottenham. We need Tottenham in that semi-final draw.
So we want to see ball 4, and then we want to see ball 3. That's what we want.
Ideally.
That's what we want.
That's the order. Yeah. It's like the lotto.
Yeah, ideally. Oh my God. And they're still rambling on about Tottenham. Oh my God. Jamie Redknapp's in his element. Like, you won 4-3. Man United were rubbish. Okay. Your defense was rubbish. Let's just move on for the draw. Because then you can have all your discussions that you want afterwards, because then we can discuss who we've got and when we've got them. That's the key thing.
Daniela says that their hope is for an Arsenal Liverpool final. That would suit them.
Yeah.
But
I'm assuming you're talking about Sky in the media.
Sky, yeah.
That's what they want. Liverpool, Arsenal.
Dream
scenario. You know what I really liked? I don't know if you guys or anyone in the chat caught up on this, but Thomas Frank was really positive about Newcastle.
He was.
Said we deserved to win the game yesterday. Fully deserved to win it, but equally he said to Eddie Howe that he hopes that we go on and win it. For the fact that it would be nice for another team to go out there and win the cup with someone else other than that traditional cartel 6. And so this is it. Like, they want an Arsenal Liverpool final. Great. What? Because they can get the same old guests in the same old studio talking about the same old rubbish. Let's book the trend, boys. Like, if there wasn't any motivation, this in itself would be motivation enough. The fact that this is what they want. They want it. They're desperate for these teams to just consistently and constantly churn out the same rubbish and the same matches in cup finals every single year. And then when a team books the trend, it's, oh, this is why we love football. Well, no, it's not, because you don't love football like that, because you want these teams to be in the final year in, year out. Let's have another team to book the trend and build to possibilities. Are we doing transfer talk now?
Transfer Tony never rests. There's never a window for Tony. It's all year long. Never closes. Have you thought of an answer here for him? I'm looking for 50 million.
What out of the two? Okay, yeah. I'll answer that question. They've just gone to a break, but they're saying after the break, the draw's next. So it's coming. It's on its way. It's on its way. But to answer your question, if I'm being honest with you, Tony, if you can give me Bakayoko for 35 million, I'm taking it all day long. Right now. He's maybe not as in areas of his game. He's not necessarily as refined as Mbeumo. Yeah, do it now.
Do it now.
But with Mbeumo, who's going to be 25 soon, Bakayoko 21. He's got years to develop. Already a Belgium international. You know what I like about him, and I love. You know what I love, boys. I love the players that we're linked with on that right wing: Semenyo, Mbeumo, Bakayoko. Colin Mwane, who can play there, but he can play up front as well. He can play both positions. Those four players that have been linked with Newcastle, they're exactly the type of remit of player that I want Newcastle United to be looking at for our right wing position. So I'll be honest, I'd be happy with any of them. But if you're looking to get value for money, I'm going Bakayoko all day, because for me, he's a creator, and that's what Alexander Isak's lacking on that right-hand side. He's lacking proper, genuine creativity for him. I know Murphy gives it in like splutters here and there, but Bakayoko is the one.
Do you know what? He's actually right. He's right, because if
go back to that.
If I go out and watch that, which I probably will, that was me being quite humble because we drew. Like, imagine knocking them out the cup.
Imagine winning the cup.
Imagine winning. Yeah, but then we'll be in London then, won't we? So it won't be as bad as being in the middle of a pub in Liverpool when it happens. But,
you know what? After the draw, and we've talked with it, I want to hear a bit about your take on the Everton takeover, Chris, and what your mates are saying.
Oh yeah. He's had a lot to say today. Yeah.
Focus on the draw first.
I've just seen on the chat, Marco Palmer says, "I'm not patiently waiting. I'm not patiently waiting." They're just rambling for rambling's sake. It's annoying as hell. I'm just catching up with the chat now, so I apologise. Yes, Tony, I'm with you. It's interesting. They apparently their sale was as low as, or so they're reporting, as low as 40 million that they paid. That's how much Everton were worth. 40 million. It's not
taking the debt.
That's what so basically they've swallowed up nearly or taken on nearly 700 million's worth of debt. So they paid around that sort of figure for the club to take on the debt, but the new owners are saying it's like the cheapest, like it's the most valuable deal that they could have got for a football club. 40 million. That wasn't a laugh, man. The amount of debt that they've just swallowed up was a joke. But it's interesting that they're talking about they're able to spend loads of money. They've got big money that they're able to spend. I wonder where that's coming from.
See, my red mate now, I've just got into the chat. My red mate now has gone, everyone's dying to pull the tune out here. He's just lying. He's just lying. He is just lying.
We need to get you on one of those. What's the camera that you GoPro?
GoPro.
Stream you live on a GoPro,
mate.
Chris, from the pub. That's what we need to do.
Mate, honestly, it was so funny because, you know, like the sensible person in me, the mature adult, I was like, just don't go mad here, just relax, just you know what happened last year, just be calm, it'll be fine. You know, if we can get a draw, maybe it'll be great. Isaac scored that goal. It was like literally, it's like someone sucks your soul out of your body. I just went bananas. I don't even care if someone hit me in the face. I wouldn't even care. It was that good. It was just amazing. That goal was just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Right, the balls, the draw.
The balls.
You're absolutely right. It is alphabetical order. Arsenal 1, Liverpool 2, Newcastle 3, and Tottenham 4. The ball numbers are on the screen.
Ball number 4. Come on, ball number 4.
Here it is. Right, boys.
The nation holds its breath.
Right. It's still rumbling, for God's sake, man.
We go to a break.
Right, here we go. First ball out. Number 1, Arsenal.
Not
They're
3.
home for the first leg.
We want 2.
Second ball out.
2.
Number 3, Newcastle.
I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Newcastle away to Arsenal.
We've got our away tie, boys.
Draw.
We've got our away tie.
Tottenham, Liverpool.
Bring him on.
So Tottenham at home first against Liverpool away. Well.
Interesting build up to that one as well.
So hang on, sorry. So Liverpool are away.
Liverpool away to start with.
Fancy them getting the best draw. Fancy that happening.
Arsenal, Newcastle. So Arsenal at home first. Newcastle away in the return leg. Ooh.
Chris, you might get that dream final scenario yet.
Interesting. Oh, right. Tasty, boys. Tasty. No.
That's the watch.
Let's stop thinking like that, Daniela. Let's stop be thinking like that. Okay. Positives, boys. We're away first. We bring them back to St. James's Park. So I'm thinking full-on shithousery.
Yeah, keep it tight.
2 years ago. Let's roll it back. Get the odd goal or a 0-0. Bring them back to the park and run them over. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, boys. You with me? You with me on that one?
Yeah.
I'm happy with the away leg, mate. I am. Yeah.
That's the game.
Chris Banks has gone Newcastle and Spurs in the final. You never know.
Oh,
you never know.
That would be fucking lovely. That would be lovely.
Take that, bad boy. Both teams searching for a trophy after a long while. That would be a much better final worth watching for sure.
Good question here from Nobby. He goes, "Do away goals count in the cup?"
I don't believe so. Not now.
He literally said exactly.
They're not double anymore.
I don't believe so.
Yeah, don't believe so.
Don't believe so.
Yeah, not now. It used to be.
Nah, used to. Yeah.
Come on, boys. Come on.
We've got to be happy with the away tie. We have to be. Yes, it's disappointing not to get Tottenham, but then you could argue we've avoided Liverpool. So it's not the way.
Next question: Just I know Arsenal will chop and change teams, but do they have anyone out? Anyone get cards for them? I wonder. Anyone suspended?
Oh, I'm not sure. If anyone knows in the chat, do let us know. I'll tell you what we do want to focus
Saka.
on, boys. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, we do want to focus on Arsenal now, because for me, between now and the second week in January, we want to hope that Arsenal just keep winning their games, because the closer they get to the top, the more focus they're going to have on the Premier League. If they go on a Bavon run now and don't win any games, or drop too many points, they're going to put all their eggs in this Carabao Cup basket. That's exactly what they're going to do. We want them to be distracted.
I'm also not against a Saliba hamstring pull.
I mean, we'll take it.
Put him out for a little tiny month. Give him a little tiny month.
Just a month will do.
To be fair, make it an 8 weeker. Make it an 8 weeker and put him out for both legs. I'm not against it. That's what I'm saying to you right now. I'm not against that at all. If it happens, it happens. I'll take it.
It is what it is.
Shane AFC there has confirmed as well that they have no suspensions.
Cheers, Shane.
Shane, even more better when we put you to the sword, son. Even more better when we put you to the sword. No excuses. No excuses for excuses FC. That's what we'll say. Make sure. But equally, it's going to be difficult going to the Emirates without Bruno and Shaw. I would maybe think that could Botman be pushed in?
Could be.
That one.
Could be. Yeah. When's the Bromley game?
It's the game after. So that's where ideally that's where you would have played first start. But maybe with now the game in mind and Shaw not being available, who else have we got? Who else have we got to play in that position?
Yeah, Tony Beasley makes a good point. Where is he? Don't Arsenal play Man United in the cup just before playing us? Because obviously they drew each other, didn't they, in the FA Cup? Arsenal Man United
weekend after.
Yeah, might play into the consideration though. Who knows? Who knows?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what's interesting. Actually, let's have a gander, shall we? Let's have a look.
Are you getting up Arsenal's fixture list?
Yeah, let's have a gander.
Let's have a nose.
So, 4th of Jan. So the same day as we play Tottenham, they're away at Brighton.
Ooh,
tough game for them.
Yeah,
game for them. They've got 2 away games actually. Brentford on the 1st of January, then 3 days later, away at Brighton.
That's not nice.
To be fair, we've got Villa at home, Man United away before Tottenham, so we've got some tough fixtures. But and then they're home to Man United the week after, and then they've got Tottenham, and then they've got Villa, ooh, and then they've got Champions League. I tell you what, Arsenal's January is tough.
Yeah, Pete, that's what Geordie Tune for Life's saying there. Don't forget Champions League games in Feb.
So this is their January. So Brentford away, Brighton away, Newcastle at home in the Cup, then then Man United at home in the FA Cup. Then they've got Tottenham at home in the Premier League. Then they've got Villa at home in the Premier League. Then they've got Champions League. And then they've got Wolves away. What? And then they've got Girona in the Champions League away. Then, hold on a second. Before the second leg, they have Man City at home.
Ooh.
They have got a month. I'm not even going to lie. Their first 4 or 5 weeks of the new year is horrendous.
Shane's loving this.
It's horrendous. Hey, Shane, I love you, and thanks for tuning in, always supporting the channel. But I'll be loving it even more if Saka pops a hammy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You boys know how to work a
I'll be there.
player.
9 games in January.
9 games in January. It's a lot, isn't it?
Shane, if you're still in the chat, man, be
He's-
honest. Be honest.
He's not having it.
Shane, I'd love to know from Shane, from those fixtures that I've just read out for Arsenal, that's a tough set of fixtures. I lie? Tell me. I want to know, Shane. That looks like a tough set of fixtures there for me.
Shane, I think you're best just throwing the Carabao. Concentrate on the other stuff, mate.
I agree. Shane, yeah.
To answer Tony,
I lie.
not gonna lie. To answer Tony here, he asked how many we have. We have 6. We have Spurs. We have Arsenal, Bromley, Wolves, Bournemouth, Southampton.
Yeah, and I think a few of them are at home, aren't they? We've got quite a few.
There's 3 of them all together in home. Yeah, three together. Bromley, Wolves, and Bournemouth in the space of 6 days. Those 3 at home.
You know what, boys? Yeah, that's made me feel a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie.
So we wanted Arsenal all along. That's we've convinced ourselves now.
You know what? I think we did. I think our minds, our brains did this to us. It convinced us that Tottenham was the right option, but maybe Arsenal was. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it,
Hang
Liverpool.
on. So
Oh, go on, Daz.
I was going to say, so if they were to redraw now, you'd still want Arsenal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just thinking, and it goes back to the comment Michael Pomar said earlier. Us and Tottenham need to progress. We need a trophy.
Yeah.
And psychologically, yes, we have the advantage over Tottenham, but it would be a close game. Pete mentioned earlier, both squads pretty similar. Yes, Tottenham will be missing some players, but Tottenham will go all out for that game. They'll want a Carabao Cup final. Poch, Ange is going to want a trophy this season. He's promised the Spurs fans a trophy. Arsenal and Liverpool will both have one eye on other competitions. And you could argue, I mean, like Liverpool played a bunch of kids last year and still won it. Arsenal, with a few players, coming in, youngsters. Who do you think here? Here's a question: a second string Arsenal team or a second string Liverpool team? What would you rather face?
Ooh.
Second. I know what I'd rather face.
Second string Arsenal.
Yeah.
Liverpool's bench is stronger than Arsenal's, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though.
Don't know. See who turns up on the day. I think it's a good point that Pete's making about the congestion of fixtures that Arsenal have. So they're going to need to rotate. Even though I know, I think it was Bobby said that Arteta will play Saka for 90 minutes every single game. Yeah. So it this may work in our favor, but and over 2 legs as well. So, yeah, I agree that keep it tight in that first leg with Char and Bruno missing, and then go for them then. We know going into the St. James Park, the second leg, what we need to do. Just win the toss, Bruno, and away we go.
Yeah. Nobby, just to confirm, mate, Shane AFC, who's in the chat, big Arsenal fan, he said that Arsenal do not have any suspensions for the upcoming Carabao Cup game. So we won't have any suspensions, but on injuries, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. I've just dropped a message to Potts just to see what his thoughts are about this. I don't know. Don't know if he'll see it anytime soon, but maybe he will. But yeah, I just want to get his thoughts on this because from an Arsenal perspective, this is interesting. I want to know how he's feeling about this particular draw. That's for sure. But tell you what, 9 games. It's
a lot.
January alone. That is tough. That's very tough. for any team. And let's be honest, I think the biggest thing about Arsenal at this moment in time is that their concern as a fan base is that they haven't got quality players to come in to replace their first team. And so they're having to play Partey at right back. They're having to play Kieran Tierney, who, by the way, could well be gone to Celtic by the time. So their replacement's gone. So they'll have to be playing the likes of Zinchenko in there. They were playing Timber centre back because they were resting Saliba. We don't know how long Gabriel's out for. But you're asking Rice to go to the well 9 times in just over a month. Saka the same.
With his sore toe.
It's fully mended.
Joe Linton's going to be targeting that toe.
I was going to say it could be fully mended for now. You know, we'll put the big Brazilian on that, and we'll certainly give that a test. That's for sure. We'll see.
Yeah.
Chris, let's get your quick take on the takeover at Everton. We'll start wrapping up. But what's your take?
Yeah. So I mean, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it quickly because this is what my mate said to me today, and I don't know how true this is. I think it's just, yeah. Well. This is what he wrote. Well. This is where it gets very interesting. So your saviour, Sir Mike Ashley, wanted his loans back, and that totally affected your PSR. I'm changing some of the words here, by the way. That totally affected your PSR. There is an option to turn loans into shares and equity, but there's not long left to do it, as them naughty big six are changing the rules to stop it being a get out. What has Lord Mashiri decided to do? That's right, you guessed it. Mr. Tsunami, he means me, he's changed his loans to shares before the rules change early next year. Debt motherfucking free, motherfucker. So because when we got our takeover, he said that Mike Ashley, when we paid Mike Ashley off, he said that affected our PSR because we owed him money. So we bought the club, but we've had to give him money back for loans, and he reckons that went towards our PSR, is in terms of money spent. He reckons off this that because they've changed it from shares to equity or whatever I've just read out then, he reckons that doesn't fall under his PSR. So he reckons that they're getting away with it. I don't know how true that is. Any financial experts out there, please do correct me, and I'd love to hear off you, and so I could rub it in his face. But he seems to think that Everton are going to be all right PSR-wise in terms of this loan that Mashiri had given to the club. But in general terms, on the takeover, I think they've wanted Mashiri out for a long time now. I didn't know how cheap it was to buy Everton. I mean, from the Friedkin point of view, it's a great deal for them because obviously they're inheriting a brand new stadium. If Everton managed to stay in the league this season, it's an exciting club to own from their perspective. What I would urge caution for Everton fans is they don't have the best reputation, and you could potentially be jumping from the fire into the frying pan. I think they've got a net worth of 4 billion, which makes them the 12th richest owners in the Premier League. So I don't think it's going to be this transformative takeover that maybe some people think it is. But we'll see. And they've got a similar problem to us in that they've got a lot of players they need to shift, but they're not going to get a lot of money for those players. And that's the problem that we obviously suffered. We spent a lot of money improving our squad, but the players leaving didn't increase the coffers. If a Man City or a Tottenham were to get taken over tomorrow, they've got a lot of players with a lot of money. We didn't have that luxury. We do now, but we don't want to lose those players that we've brought in and we want to keep. And that's the problem that they will have as well. So as much as it's good for them, I'm not worried. Put it that way. I'm not worried.
Nice one. No, cheers, Chris. That explains why you missed a few shows as well. You were just getting that takeover through for them. They need someone with a bit of experience.
By the way, Dad, I've got a request. I don't need to say the words. I don't need to say the words because you know what I mean. But I think there's a certain song we need to play out with for our guests, Shane AFC in the chat.
There is.
The person he wants.
There
Just
is.
before we wrap,
you know,
looking at Everton's team, who is there in that team that's worth any sort of money whatsoever?
Branthwaite. And
Ben Godfrey.
With the takeover, yeah, with the takeover now, are they going to want to sell him?
This is it. They're in exactly the same position as us. Well, in fact, they're in the same position as us a couple of years ago. The 2 or 3 players that they've got, which are of good value, and I'd say there's probably 3, and that would be Branthwaite, Pickford, and Ndai. They're the 3 they won't want to lose. So yes, they could sell them, but then they've got to invest that money wisely. And if they don't invest that money wisely, which they haven't done in previous years, and I'm not wholly convinced that they can gain great confidence from this current ownership model, because, yes, they've been around the block a little bit. They currently own Roma. That doesn't guarantee the success. And the problem is they've got a lot of players they need to shift on, and they're not going to bring the money in. They're just not. They're just not.
Right, boys, that's it. That's us wrap. FYI, this is the old version of Isaac Tune. There's a new one in the works. I've been working it.
Hope it's got the same spelling.
Sorry?
Hope it's got the same spelling.
Maybe. I'm not finished it yet. I could make a few spelling mistakes along the way. You never know. But yeah, make sure you watch Away Days as well. Catch up on Away Days if you missed it earlier. With Benjamin Bloom, and Pete rocking some of the merch as well, which is available. It's still 20% off. I think we'll keep that running for a while. Oh, sure, might as well keep it running for January. And of course, there's what's there. There's mugs, there's hats, there's bobble hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, the whole lot. Go check it out. And the link in the description of the show. But we're back. We'll be back with a reaction show. Catch Away Days first, but we'll be back with our reaction show. So we need to settle on that. With Christmas coming up now, we a bit of chopping and changing, but we'll pick that out. You'll see it coming.
That's a finger paddle.
Oh, can you imagine?
He was, to use Deji's expression, me mate was shaking his bum for him last week. He mentioned them out of nowhere and was like, "Oh, mate." He was saying that I was saying that Dan Ashworth was the best thing since sliced bread. It came out of nowhere, and I was thinking, "Why are you saying this? What are you on about?" And then I seen the article, and I was like, So now he's the best thing since sliced bread. Even though I was saying that earlier, he now thinks that he is, and that we've missed out on this fantastic sporting director. Because guess who he's been linked with? Fuck off.
Wow.
Fuck off.
What a I thought he went low enough by going to Man United, but no, Everton. If he ends up there, yeah, it's a mad one. Right. Good night, everyone. See you soon. Good luck.